Welcome to Being at Home with George. I'm very excited to be here. And let's begin the way we always begin by creating the possibility of saying yes to whatever comes up, embracing it, and at the same time generating the hope. And so last week we talked about clear intentions lead to clear actions. And so how do you do that? And I know we kind of introduced the concept, so I think I want to build on that and talk about it in specific ways. And so the way to have clear intentions that lead to clear actions, and this idea of understanding or getting the intel before we decide what process or what technique we're going to apply. It's really important that we learn how to reflect on the situation or the undertaking before, during, and after. And so today I'm just going to talk about before. And then in subsequent sessions, where I'll talk about the during and after. So this idea of reflecting before the experience, the encounter, the opportunity, the engagement. What's my intention? So being really clear about that. What's my intention? Or what's my purpose? What's the goal? And then what's the best way to do it? And then what does success look like? What's the well-defined outcome? So today I decided to take on this task of being patient because I notice what happens a lot of times. I don't know about you, but when I go to a grocery store or I'm in a line or if I'm driving my vehicle, tend to run into people who don't seem to be in a hurry or don't seem to be cognizant that somebody's behind them. And so my goal today, my clear intention today was to be patient. Okay, no matter what the situation was, to be patient. And so, of course, what happened was I was leaving a doctor's appointment. I was trying to get to a place at a certain time. And sure enough, I had this car that was in front of me. It was being driven by a gentleman. And he seemed to have a 5 or 10 second delay on when the other cars moved. And normally I would have beeped or I would have had some choice words that I said to him that he didn't hear because it's just me in the car. But I didn't do that. I just noticed, I relaxed and let go. I just noticed how I was feeling and feeling the impulse, but not acting on it. And then eventually he moved and eventually I moved. So my intention was to be patient, but my main intention was driving is to get to where I'm going safely with as much ease and calm as I can. It almost reminds me of the Wiz. I want to just ease on down the road. I don't want to carry a heavy load, which means having somebody in my head because of how I'm perceiving they're behaving. And so even though they're long gone, they got free rent in my head. So this idea of being patient and then being willing to just notice, relax, let go, not to have to do anything other than just wait until I move. And so that happened on the road. It also happened in a grocery store where I was behind this person and they seem to be taking their time or whatever, but instead of being in a hurry, instead of being like ready to exhale or ready to pounce, it was this ability to just notice, relax, let go, and just understand that my intention is to be patient and to be as calm and as at ease as I can be, because that helps me, that helps everybody. And so when I think about reflecting before, that's kind of like what we call in the performance realm forethought. And forethought has to do with motivation and strategy. And so, as you can see, my motivation was to be kind and loving, obviously, to be compassionate, to have empathy. And then, because I don't know what that person is going through. And then the strategy was to be patient and to just notice, relax, let go, and create space between stimulus and response so that I'm not reacting to what's happening and I'm not reacting in ways that are my habit patterns of reacting when people aren't moving faster. So I feel like this is a really powerful tool that we can have to really get clarity about what's our intention so that we get clear actions, but we also reflect on before what our intentions are and what's the best way to do it and how do we know when we've been able to achieve our goal or what I would call a well-defined outcome.